I had trouble with this camera, and then I try to remake this. As a good discussion then I had with my therapist in the past about my behavior, and he teach me or taught me whatever you want anyway to taught me to recognize some kind of feelings pop up and try to control and have a self control. I'm developed a lot this walking exercise, such a kind of self control these weeks. I have to say it's not easily. Sometimes and word can change everything, and behavior can change everything. And as we know, you already know, an incident can change in your whole life. I want to be more polite. I want to be more education to behavior in society. I truly want. Um, I mean that in every aspect. And then she uh, is a great helper in this moment. I should say that. I recognize that. Uh, Now and then I return back from my small city where I was raised as a child. I have met some kind of feelings, emotions. I achieve some kind, have access, some kind of memories. Then I thought there was somewhere there inside me, but it's not. And now I have to face some kind of challenge, and then the thing, will already conclude, but not. I'm gonna give you an example. The relationship between my daddy and my mother has a deep. It's my belly. I'm hungry. A deep impact, a deep influence in my life, a deep way to shape my personality, and I I wasn't able to see that way 2 years ago. I not I wasn't able to see when I got married uh, 5 years ago. I'm not able to realize my comprehend about the human nature 10 years ago. I think this making part of the process of the grow up, have some kind of level of maturity, and now thank God can recognize some stuff then I couldn't recognize in the past. Now I can see some things then I was so blind to see in the past. Example number one, you have to take care of your relationships with the women who has some kind of uh, indolent character of her partner, her husband, or her boyfriend. Some women just use the man to kill the others. Some women just use the man and their own behalf. Some women, just like my mom did in the past, just suck everything in the man's life and suffocating them until the death. For God's sake, my daddy survived all those attempts that my mother, all the punch she hardly hit on him, and that make I love my father even more, cause my father have something that I still don't have, and maybe God giving me that in the future. My father is the most, how can I describe this, most self-control man than I knew in my whole life. The things and that he passing through it just prove it. My father has respect in our community. My father is loved by everyone in the family, including the or the outside of the family. Just like this, some kinds of drunks come here in the house to take some kind of wine or alcohol to get the thing. And my father deserves such a kind of respect because he built something great in the past and 6 years and the 6 decades. And sometimes I envious that. I jealous about that. I want to become my father. I want to be equal, just equal with him. Of course, I'm not 100% because it's impossible, but most close impossible because I love him. I love the way he smiled to me to disarm when I get angry. Sometimes I get angry with the superficial stuffs, and my father came to me and broke me with a sweet smile. It's fun to tell you that because it's like in me, he has some kind of revival relationship with my mother in the past. But now he know exactly how to disarm her through me. This is magical. This is nice. I will have a lot to learn from my father. And I'm so proud of him and his story, as I already told you in previous video. I would like to be his sons again, 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 if the process of reincarnation for all time ever, because he's so incredible human being than I ever met. It's a great spirit, I would say something just like it. And I don't think so if I prepare to live my life without as this kind of example. The fact uh, he served me well as a he take care of me even if the soldier a lot of limits he had in the past. And if someday I become a father, I wish to be a great father to this child, just like my father was a great father to me. That's a nice, a great, important thing that I would say. And return back to the speech about to talking about this discussion with my therapist. I would like to emphasize this connection between father and son. This make me more stronger. When I was living my life alone, far away from him, I was not feeling pretty well. I'm not feeling comfortable. Even was when I was married with my ex-wife, I was not feeling, you know, I was not feeling and complete in search and such kind of society and harmony with the whole another humans. But with my father now, some kind of troubles that I couldn't face in the past, now I can challenge them. You know, in my own behalf, disconnect with my father, and sometimes it's like making me rising from the ashes